Something big coming. Something big coming that ain't been done before, but you're about to see it happen for the first time, man. History in the making. You're probably wondering, what is it? Listen. It's breaking news here. You heard it first. WrestleTokMania is on.
Of mine. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
What happens here becomes legendary.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WrestleTokMania Night 1 of 4. You are witnessing the start of possibly the end, because somebody gotta save this show or I don't have a job anymore. Okay, maybe not that, but you see the vision. We have two debates headed straight to your screens from Vegas, and a lot of people have put all of their chips in. The next 4 nights of content are do or die for a lot of your favorite creators. And the biggest stage calls for the biggest stories, and one of them being the story of this bloodline. Ego is walking in calm and collected. They always have something cooking up no matter the circumstance, and one of those is kicking out Donney, who will be his opponent tonight. This all dates back to just before the Rumble, where they put Blaze on the back burner and built the brand off their backs. This bloodline has run rampant, but tonight could be the start of that end, as Donney has to save his own show, holding up that clickbait hoodie that may seem small in the grand scheme, but it was given back to him by Tjay Rhodes himself, because they knew what had to be done for the betterment of the business. After some soul searching, the show must be saved, but like I said, he didn't have any help. One of the men who will run double duty, Tjay Rhodes, is vying for the World Championship tonight, going on excursions to bring everyone together. Will that play a factor in his focus tonight, as he does have to think about that tag match on night 4 with Ariez, of all people, with how many times the Bloodline have gotten to him? Can enough be enough to take down Neph? And he's not looking to aura farm. He's all business, defending that title, and if he can take down Tjay, I don't think there's any way of stopping him and his crew from here on out. But I'm an unbiased journalist. I've been JC Pentagon, and this 4-night extravaganza is just getting started. What does the future hold for Talk with Blaze? There's only one way to find out.
Please welcome to WrestleTokMania!
Hey, go ahead, spark your shit, folks. We in there
trying to get the channel took down or something. What's wrong with you?
How the channel gonna get took down if it's
You're
not a
smoking
violation?
online.
It's not a violation. Hey, folks, I ain't gonna lie, folks. You tweaking, folks. You acting real stupid. You did that goofy shit earlier tonight. Folks. What's all that about?
You
scared.
Ego.
You the one that needs to try to prove that you tough to somebody. I don't need to prove shit.
Wait. When have I ever did that?
What do you need to do? You need to keep bringing up a bandana. You need to bring up bandana. You keep bringing up that you had to fly across the room and slap Jay. And then what happened after that? You got beat the fuck up earlier to Tjay. You 120 pounds soaking wet.
Angry.
Body slam. Tuesday night, y'all. I'm gonna be on talk with Ego.
I'm gonna plug the channel real quick. I'm heading out, bro.
Hey,
Y'all be safe. Chat, I appreciate y'all. Ego, you a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
No squabbling. I want you gone. I want you out of here. I want you out my bloodline. I want you out my life. Get the from around us.
Your bloodline. This is what y'all want to do. Yes or no? Is this what y'all want to do?
I want you gone.
Got it.
Cool. Welcome to Talk with Ego.
What are they doing?
This is my help. This is my production team. Hold on. Let me take care of this. What the fuck are you doing? This is why you can't take niggas nowhere. So Tjay won. That was.
Hey, Donney. Oh my God. My final statement is, Donney, I'm gonna fucking kill you real live. I'm so tired of you. Why do you keep showing up.
Character, what pretend to be? Let's see it.
The entirety of your whole little problem with me, from the Rumble to my match with Tio to now, the only thing that you have done is hype yourself up to believe that you can compete with me. You're insecure, and I'm going to expose that for you at WrestleTokMania.
The following debate is to determine what year Triple H had his best booking between the years of 2023 and 2024.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, he is the CEO of
It's all about the game. And how you play it. It's all about how you can take it. It's all about you stand it. It's all about pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun.
Oh man, chat. Welcome to Talk with Blaze, WrestleTokMania Night 1. We have a debate coming up. You already seen what's going on. So let's get into that. In order to get into that, I gotta have my opponent up here, but not just my opponent. We also have to have the judge up here. So let's bring up the judge, and then we're gonna bring up Ego. Kaiibe. Look at
Everybody
this.
rise.
What the heck? What in the world? What?
Donald? Ready for this debate?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess so.
All right.
Let me. You the judge. Let me know when to bring up Ego.
All right. Bring him up. Chi-Town Will.
and his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, Ego Blacks.
Oh,
And that bitch not green. And that bitch not green. Fuck you talking about? Quit playing. Hey.
All right. We done here? We done flexing?
we not flexing. Oh, you're not flexing yet. We not flexing yet, huh? What are we talking about? Come on, man. How we feeling? WrestleTokMania time.
Wait. Donney.
Yeah.
What's that in the background?
Tio returned it to me, so I had to, I had to put it up. But WrestleTokMania time, so I had to cover logistics, theme, clickbait style hoodie,
All right. Continue.
What the fuck is that? Hang it up. Yeah, I know what that is. Come on. What are we doing here? What's going on? All right, so first thing first, we got 64 people here. Make sure y'all like up the stream. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got the debate on what's the better year between 2023 and 2024. I'm representing 2024. Ego representing 2023. And yeah, I would like to, I guess, start it off. Good. Follow what you judge?
Yep.
All right. My first reason why 2024 was the better year. I feel like 2024 overall was a better year, but one of the main reasons is because of talent elevation. I feel like a lot of talent got elevated throughout the year of 2024, and that's what helped make one of the reasons why I think it was better.
Okay, sounds good enough.
Can you list off that talent?
Yeah, I can. Tiffany Stratton was one of the people. She came from NXT and then she went over to Friday Night SmackDown, and she did amazing stuff on Friday Night SmackDown. That's one of them. You want me to list some of the stuff she done?
Keep going.
Well, I'm doing it anyway. Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown. She was
because I told you to.
You said keep going, but then you told me okay. Logistics. She ended up winning the Money in the Bank and was doing stuff with Nia Jax, her and Bayley, her and Naomi. Naomi had a match. She did some pretty good stuff there. She got like talent elevation through there. You got Braun Breaker, came over to Raw, was dominating people. He was on NXT the time prior. I think he did a little bit of stuff on like Raw, but he wasn't on there. Came up to Monday Night Raw and was dominating on there, doing stuff with Ricochet, Dragunov. He was doing stuff with Sammy, winning the IC title. Him and Sheamus, him and Jey Uso. You got Jacob Fatu, came here to SmackDown, was a dominant threat. Those are just a few people.
Sound good.
Okay. Did any of those people have a bigger impact in 2024 than Gunther did in 2023?
No, but there's other people throughout the year who got elevated more. You want me to name them?
No, I'm asking you.
All right, so my whole point is that talent got elevated. I didn't name every single person. That's just name a few. So you can name some people, and you name Gunther as one of the. You know, the reason I did it is because I was allowing you to also get some people in there before I just name everybody. And you name Gunther as one of the people. You might say that. Did any of them have a better year than Gunther?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they had a better year than Gunther, but I know people that got elevated throughout the year that did have a better year than Gunther.
Who?
Drew McIntyre.
2024,
Drew McIntyre had a better year than 2023 Gunther.
How?
The feud, he had one of the top feuds and accolades and stuff he did. He was able to win the Elimination Chamber. He was able to win the Money in the Bank. He was able to have top feud with Punk. He was able to finally win a title at WrestleMania in front of a crowd. He was able to do a lot of stuff throughout the year. He was one of the top people, MVP of 2024.
Okay. How many people you named? What was it, like 4? Jacob, Braun,
4.
Tiffany, and who was the other one? Drew?
Yeah.
Okay, we got Gunther, Dominic, 2023. Damn. Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Much as you don't like him, you still got Logan Paul. That's what 3.
Could you elaborate on Paul? Just because he was like before.
Could
you elaborate on Paul?
Logan Paul in 2023?
Yeah,
was a part of. You got Logan Paul from January to what was it? All the way to Money in the Bank. Putting every match that he was in was one of the best matches of the night. The Rumble, the moment he has with Ricochet, WrestleMania with Seth. I think was he in the chamber? I think he
got involved some way. He got involved in there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he got involved in the chamber, but Yeah, that whole thing he did at Money in the Bank, the shit with Ricochet.
Yeah,
he was on fire all 2023. As much as you like can not like him, he won the United States title. You know what I'm saying? Like you can not like him.
Okay. So
But
Logan Paul in 2023. I'm one of the biggest Logan Paul fans. Logan Paul had a good 2023. Was it better than him in 2024? The stuff he did with he started out the year having a match with Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble, which was a pretty good match. Elimination Chamber, he was inside that Elimination Chamber, and then he ended up causing Randy a match, what led to him and Randy feuding over the United States, like feuding with the United States title. Added Kevin Owens to that because he's also feuding with him. So they was able to make a triple threat at WrestleMania, which was a fire matchup. What else after that?
Which, as we can see, currently was a build-up between Kevin and Randy. That shit had nothing to do with Logan. Like literally right after that, in 2024,
was he a part of it or no?
Logan was literally thrown to the wayside right after that and treated as an afterthought. Wasn't defending his title. Then when he does defend his title,
was he a part of it or no? Wait, was he a part of it or no?
It's like, do you understand English?
Was he a part?
Are you remedial?
Okay.
Do you understand English?
These guys
do you
are
need me to talk slower?
Is it the ski mask? The ski mask. That's what it is. It's fucking up the circulation.
Is it them tight ass braids?
Ego. You mad? You can't get braids.
Is it them tight ass braids?
You can't get braids. You mad? You can't get braids. Wait. You can't get braids. So you mad? You angry? Huh?
What?
Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
What?
What's wrong with you? Shut that bitch ass
what?
shit up. Let's continue. What? Nigga, you go. If you you go fucking hear.
Nigga, you trying to measure hair like a girl? What is wrong with
bitch,
you? Are
you the one that said, hey,
what is wrong with this?
Nigga, your tight ass hair, your hair.
I said your braids was tight.
Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Why you worried about my hair? Let's worry about the debate.
You're worried about the length of my hair.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about the length of your hair.
All right. Hey, shut that weak ass shit up. Come on.
Goofy. Fuck is wrong with you? Now, anyway, like I said earlier, because you seem to have misunderstood English.
Was he a part of it or no? Was Logan a part of that or no? The stuff with Kevin Owens, stuff with Randy, he was a part of that.
Logan Paul was thrown to the wayside and didn't do anything of relevance in 2024 that would connect him back to that. It would not show that he had a better 2024 than a 2023 when he did not do anything of note. Name anything Logan Paul did in 2024 besides.
No, it's no. You can't say you can't say what have you done in 2024 and then say besides.
Okay,
besides
okay,
this.
You're right. Name 10 things Logan Paul has done in the year 2024.
What the fuck is
please,
that?
Please. Because
I'm saying,
you know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
I literally just had no problem listing off about 5 things he did in 2023. So if he had so much of a better 2024 than he had in 2023, you should be able to easily double the amount of things that I just named, right?
So I'm not going to play to your games. So I'm going to just prove why I'm just posing the question, did he have a better 2023?
Oh, Judge, please take note that he was not able to do that.
Why must I play to his games of doubling it? And the fuck is this? Double to give to the next
He
person.
said that 2024 was better for Logan, right?
All right,
2024 was better for Logan, right?
All right. Like I was saying, just questioning. Did he have a better 2023 than he had in 2024? The match he had with Cody, the match he had with them at WrestleMania, his stuff with LA Knight. He did some pretty decent shit. If you think it was better, what you think? You think he had a better 2023?
You just named 2 things, and none of that indicated anything. You named 2 things to my 4 or 5.
Just
that does not indicate a better year.
It was just a question, but you think Logan had a better year in 2023 than he had in 2024?
Yeah, he had a better year in 2023.
All right, so who else? Because the whole argument is no Logan Paul, but elevation in total.
Yeah, and he was elevated tremendously in 2023.
That's
Anybody else?
No, is that all the people you have? Is that all the people you have?
I'm at 4. You're at 4.
All right. So I said Tiffany. I said Braun Breaker. I said Jacob. I said Drew McIntyre. Punk. Punk didn't really do much in 2023. Even though he came at the end,
he came back in November.
He was a part of it. He was a part of it. He was a part of 23.
No.
Was Punk in 2023?
Next, try again.
Was Punk in 2023? Yes or no? 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 Okay. He had a better 2024 than he had 2023.
Try again.
Nia Jax was Nia Jax in 2023, right? Was Nia in 2023 or am I tripping? Did she return? She returned at the Rumble, right? 2023.
Are you asking me? Or are you telling me?
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying with the judge. I'm just clarifying with the judge. 2024, I think Nia had a better year. And
are you helping him?
I'm clarifying something. Whether she returned.
Okay.
She returned 2023. So she was part of 2023. I think she had a better 2024 than she had a 2023. Winning the title, winning Queen of the Ring, her stuff with Tiffany. Yeah. Who else? Who else do you have?
2023. I got Sammy.
Sammy.
Yep.
That was good. Okay. I think Cody. Cody definitely had a better 2024 than he had a 2023.
No, he didn't. He definitely had a better.
I think elevation wise, he got elevated higher. That's the whole point. How he got elevated higher. I think in 2024 he did get elevated higher.
How?
Him being a part of stuff with The Rock. Him that whole thing helped elevate him. The whole We Want Cody stuff made him more popular. That helped elevate him.
All right, man. Fuck all this. Let's get to the moments, bro.
All right. So
So Donney brought up Cody. So we're gonna talk about just like those, especially with those 2 years since Cody was like,
he trying to move on to the next thing. I'm fine with moving on as long as I got that round though. Do I got that round?
You can have it.
Yeah, Donney, you got it. It was a bit more like quantity than quality, but
right.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's move on. Quantity.
Let's move on to moments because I think
let's talk about who has better moments in the year 2023 or 2024.
Judge, this is a question. After every round, is any way like every category we do? Could you tell us like who had the better, like who won that category?
Yes. Yeah, I'm writing down now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm writing it down right now. So
whenever it's time for final verdict, you can let us know. And
I got you.
Okay.
I'll just tally everything up. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to moments.
Remember what I just said. Better.
What are we arguing? The category is
better moments.
Moments.
Better.
Now what's the metric? Is it like how like viral, like how like big in terms of like storyline? Like what we talking about?
All of the above.
Okay, yeah.
All of the above.
You can go ahead.
So
yeah, what sounds to you, Ego?
We including like social engagement and all that stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Ego, is that what you would do? I mean, I'm fine with it, but I'm just curious. Ego, is that what you would do? All right, let's run it.
Yep.
Let's run it.
All right, Ego, you want to start?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. 2023 moments better. The first one, just to start, top of the year, Sami Zayn back to the back of Roman Reigns with the steel chair, like Rollins did in 2014.
Yeah,
that was just better overall, impactful. It was one of the most replayed moments. They created a video game simulation version of it with a different company that wasn't 2K. Like this was one of the most impactful, important moments of the year that carried on throughout the rest of the year and was something that was revisited numerous times throughout the year. And it is marked as a pretty pivotal point of the year in 2023.
Okay.
And that's just one of many.
Okay.
Donney?
Oh, you want me like we like go moment for moment or something, or like or is he gonna list?
If
Like,
you want to rebuttal it,
Yeah, if you want to rebuttal
I
it,
think
whatever you want to do.
I think that was a great moment, but I think New Day heel turn, which happened in 2024, is a better moment because it was more layered than Sammy turning on Roman. Sammy, as layered as that was.
Wait.
New Day heel turn, that was 2024. Ended December 2024. That was December 2024.
Explain how it was more layered.
I just think that it was more of a bond between them. They had 10 years of friendship. It was a decade worth of shit. You had Biggie who had the neck injury. It was just way more like it was more stuff there.
I have a question, Donney. I have a question for you. Would you put your new boyfriend Tio above your mother?
What the fuck is this guy?
I'm just asking. Answer the question.
What is this guy?
Answer the question.
About? What the fuck is he talking?
Answer the question.
What is he talking?
You gonna understand if you answer the question.
No, I'm not.
Judge, tell him to answer the question so we can get to the conclusion of why I'm asking him this. So answer the question.
I'm not answering that.
Okay. I'll rephrase it. Maybe that's the problem, right?
Okay.
Would you put your newfound friend Tio above your brother, if you have a brother? I don't know. Would you?
Nah.
Right. Okay. So you just told me, by your own words, nah. Right. You just told me that family outweighs friendship.
Okay.
And what did Sammy do? He betrayed a family. He made a family disintegrate. He made family unwind. He led to distrust and dysfunction in family. He betrayed family, gang. Like, what are you talking about? He betrayed Roman Reigns' trust, and Roman Reigns only was trusting people that he considered family throughout the entirety of his tribal chief run. Like, what are we talking about?
Roman and Sammy was family? They was family?
What do you think him being called an honorary Uso
were they family though? Were they actually like
what does him being
were they family though? Were they family?
Answer the question,
I think
what does being called an honorary Uso entail?
If we comparing
what does being called an honorary Uso entail? That he is now family, right? No. You're gonna listen and you're gonna answer this question like a big boy, okay? So please, if he's being called an honorary Uso, what would that entail?
Are they family? Yes or no?
You see, he just answered the question.
Listen,
you see, he just answered the question, right, Kiwi?
So if anything,
so this
if anything, that doesn't help his point. That doesn't help his point. Sammy and Roman.
You just admitted that family outweighs friends. You just admitted family outweighs friendships.
Sammy and Roman are not family.
Did you hear anything else I said after that?
Oh my goodness. Wait, is Sammy and Roman related? Yes or no?
I'm gonna repeat everything that I've said, and I want you to actually listen. I want you to take the earwax out your ears. You know, go to the bathroom right now. Get a washcloth, put some soap on it, and put it in your ear and clean it out so you can listen to what I'm gonna say. Okay.
How about you shut your whole ass up and go?
Yeah. I know I'm a hoe, just like the bitch. Hey. Anyway, now listen.
Go.
Like I said, Sami Zayn hitting Roman Reigns in the back with a chair leads to a very important storyline that goes forward throughout the rest of that year, right? That chair shot being the focal point of something that creates distrust, disloyalty, dysfunction within a family that he was welcomed into.
All right.
Did you understand all that?
You saying that, but basically trying to say the moment led to other stuff. Just make sure we're clear.
Okay.
All right. Cool. I was just taking it for the moment, for the moment itself. But if you talking about what it led to, cool. What other moments you got then?
No, I mean, where do we begin? Since we talking about that, anyway, let's just talk about the kick heard around the world in Saudi Arabia, Jimmy kicking Roman in the face. Another impactful moment. Okay. Also still part of the same storyline that, by the way, Dysfunction. That's the dysfunction part that Sammy did, right? Boom. Yeah, that's the dysfunction in the family. Yeah, when Jimmy kicks his cousin, leading to his brother Tjay having a mental block on what to do and where to go, and the dysfunction in his mind. Again, keywords with his brother and his cousin and where his loyalty lies. These are very important moments that happens throughout the year.
You keep going.
No, it's time for you to talk. Do whatever you want to do.
To be fair, to be fair.
All right, so I'll make sure. Trying to be fair. If you had any more shit to say? Let me see. Let me look to see. So you said the kick heard around the world. I'm gonna do The Rock slapping Cody at the press event. Reason I'm doing that is because of what it led to. Same way you were saying how that shit led to other stuff. Rock slapping Cody allowed him to become a heel, allowed him to become the whole final boss gimmick, allowed him to do all of that, and it led to what happens between Cody and The Rock. People were not expecting a heel Rock either, and yeah, just led to that.
What exactly did it lead to?
The Rock becoming a heel, and that led to more friction between The Rock and Cody, and that led to adding a Rock to the whole Cody and all that stuff. You know what it led to. I don't know why you ask some dumb questions.
When does that happen? When does that happen? You're smart,
right?
When does that happen?
In 2024.
No. The like after he slaps Cody and they have their like back and forth for their build up to their match at Mania.
When did it happen?
In 2024? Stop and listen, right?
You got dropped in your head when you were younger? No.
You clearly were.
No,
you clearly were. Take your head off. I bet it's a big ass dent in the back of your head.
You fucking Rey Mysterio?
I bet it's a big ass dent in the back of your head.
Did somebody like choke slam you to the floor?
Big ass dent in the back of your head.
The niggas use your head as a baseball.
Take your head off right now.
Cranking, bing, bong, punching on you.
Take your head off right now.
Okay, continue.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Idiota. Like I was saying earlier, before this rude imbecile started interrupting me.
Niggas was punching in your head. Oh my gosh.
You literally can't reach the top of my head. You can't even reach my kneecap. What are you talking about?
Niggas was punching on your head. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
You can't reach my kneecap.
Okay. Continue.
You a bitch. You know that, like, real life.
Continue.
I smack the fuck out you, like, on the floor.
Ain't
go back.
I'm putting down a hammer.
Hey, real life, like,
all right. Let's
you talking crazy. You getting out of body.
Continue.
To you, though.
Continue.
No. Check it out.
Continue.
No. Peep game and lock the fuck in for it. What's up? What's the problem? You mad? What's the problem? You and your feelings?
Continue. When did it happen? When did it happen?
Okay, now like I was saying, after that, we don't get any more progression of this storyline until 2025. What I was just talking about is something that ringed from January all the way through to August.
Okay. This is
You're talking about something that happened.
This guy is a dunce.
When did this happen? A little bit after. No. The slap happened in, what was it, like February? March, and then they had to build up to their match.
Ego.
And you then the Raw after Mania.
No.
Still April.
No.
Nothing happens.
No. No, buddy. You're not getting away with that. No, you're not. You said it was no progression from the slap. From after the slap, it was no progression. That was the stupidest shit.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did. You did say that. You did. Why do you think these niggas are putting question marks? They confused. What are you talking about? Bro, oh my goodness. It was progression after that. What are you talking about? After the slap, it led to the Rock.
Okay, stop. Okay. Did it? If I did say that, I misspoke. What I meant
so you did. So you misspoke. Okay.
Cool. There's no progression throughout the rest of the year after their match, not slap. After their match.
So my question to you is, what are we arguing? I said the moment, the slap. You said the kick heard around the world. The kick led to other stuff.
And then I'm saying, and we're not just naming moments and being like, oh, this what I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we're actually having an intellectual conversation. We're not doing that bullshit you did last time where you're worried about quantity. We're talking about quality here, right? So if I'm bringing up something that happened in January that connected back to my second one, which happens in what was that, May, which is still going on all the way throughout to August, which would be a longer span of time and a more quality time.
What does that even mean?
What does
that? How does that even? What are you talking about? We're talking about the moment, right? Are we not talking about the moment?
Kiwi, what did I say at the beginning of this? We're talking about better, right? And we're talking about everything that entails with that moment, right? Right? So why is he acting like a fucking idiot?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas was punching you when damn.
All right. Well,
you might literally be retarded. This is actually
no troll. I fear that if we examine your brain, it'll be like all fucked up, mushy. Fuck it, whatever. Listen,
please explain how
the whole purpose
has more quality than mine. After I've already elaborated on there being three things that happened based on one of Sammy's things. You have not explained quality at all. You have not explained any quality at all. Please,
you had the time to talk.
Please start acting like an adult and actually use your words.
Your brain is mushy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Now, all right. So talk like an adult.
You talked about the moment. You said the kick hurt around the world. What I'm saying is that the slap had an impact as well because of what it led to. You're talking
what
about
does it lead to, gang?
From
what
the
does
smack.
It do?
Listen. Okay, shut the fuck up. The smack happens in February, right? The smack happened in February, right? Yes, it does. After that, what happens? Final boss character, the stuff that happens at WrestleMania. There is stuff that happens after that, progression that comes after that. The final boss is one of the top characters. What are we doing here? It's progression after that. So that's my moment. I'm not about to continue arguing this moment. If you have that moment, you get to it and we move on from there.
This nigga's a fucking retard. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god. I cannot believe
Thank
it.
you.
I'm having
Let me see that.
What's your IQ? Have you ever took an IQ test?
Yo, wait, don't do that.
Let's chill.
Have you ever took an IQ test?
Wait, don't do that. Yo, he gonna get PTSD. They used to smack him in his head with it. They used to bang, 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 whoop on his head with that shit. He get PTSD.
All right. Wait, Donney, anything else you want to add for the moments?
Oh, no, that's why I said he got more moments he got to get to.
All right, you
go. We're gonna talk about one of the Cody winning the fucking Rumble. We can still be in January with something else that's, again, quality-wise, has numerous different layers that impact multiple different things throughout the course of the year of 2023. Again, from he wins the Rumble, we go on to have him go to WrestleMania, lose at Mania, but in the build-up to him losing the Mania, he mentions how Roman Reigns is going to lose everything. He mentioned how Roman Reigns is going to lose Jay. He's going to lose Jimmy. He's going to lose Solos and lose Wiseman. All that jazz, right? He mentions all that. And after that, Roman's like, nah, my family cool. We solid. Roman win at Mania. The Usos lose. But it seemed like everything's still cool. We find out it's not. That leads to, again, the kick heard around the world, the dysfunction. Oh my God, we're still, saying, like, just, I'm literally named one thing and we're still constantly, just building upon this. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually insane, which also leads to Jay saying he's done with the bloodline, leaving the bloodline, and having to reunite with Cody Rhodes, which leads to him then winning the tag titles with Cody Rhodes, which leads to him and his brother having animosity for him. Like all these things are pinpoint moments in 2023 that are some of the biggest moments in 2023 that are more important and impactful and have more layers than anything this Dutch is going to bring up for 2024. And you're going to see it because he's going to explain something. He's going to be like, oh, but yeah, like, this is literally how he talks. Go ahead, idiot.
Damn, tragic, man. Shit. Hope you're okay. So you basically just said a lot of words that sound cool. You basically said that to summarize it, the 2023 Royal Rumble win of Cody is a better moment. Is what you're saying? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to clarify. You went on a whole tangent. You went to this, that, and that. Can you just simplify what you think the moment is?
Oh my god. Cody Rhodes returning and winning the Rumble, gang. Like I literally said that at the beginning. Are you fucking stupid?
I'm just making sure because you started doing a bunch of bullshit. Like
you have a short attention span. That's the problem.
Maybe that's what it is.
You have the attention span of a fucking hammer.
Oh, okay. Oh, hammer.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. You know a lot about that. Boom, boom. They was busting you over your head with that shit. But I digress.
It's not getting over, gang.
Cody. What about Cody?
They're literally saying like, why do you keep saying that?
Because I fucking want to.
They're spamming.
What are you gonna do about
it?
What are you gonna do about it?
You keep saying it. It's not getting over.
Okay.
It's lame.
I digress. Cody winning 2024 Rumble. Him winning 2024. If you're talking about storylines and stuff, but what it led to, what did it lead to? It led to The Rock coming out and trying to somebody put a hammer in the comments. I'm sorry.
Nobody put a hammer in the comments. You're delusional and blind. How you got thick ass glasses on and still blind? You didn't even show the comment. You pulled up a comment and dropped it immediately because it didn't show anything.
That's a fucking hammer.
You pulled up a fucking another retard. Another retard said, "Put a hammer."
Whoa.
Congrats, 2 retards.
All right, let's go on
Cody.
Hey, chill out, Kiwi. PTSD. Like I was saying though, Cody winning Rumble in 2024. It was a back-to-back time. That's a historic moment right there. You will talk about history. How often have that been done? Back-to-back times, and then you also got it leading to The Rock coming out trying to take his spot, which led to we want Cody with one of the biggest things ever. Then we got them press event where we just talked about the shit that happens after that. Like, yeah.
Ego, what do you think?
Did you? Oh my god, Kiwi. Oh my god, can we go to Kiwi? Kiwi, do you hear this dude, gang? Did you hear what I explained versus what he just did?
Just because
he didn't explain anything in what was just going on in the moment. Like he's not explaining. He's just saying words. Like, are you really this stupid?
We got
my time. Like,
we got 76 people here. Make sure we got 78 people here. Make sure like up the stream. I appreciate y'all tuning in right now. Anything else? What else you got? Any more moments?
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah, I think we've been on it for a bit.
No, so. I got two more. I got two more, and I'm gonna explain them how Donney explained them.
All
right. So, CM Punk returned. It was in Chicago. The dude that he was next to was screaming Chicago. And CM Punk was just standing there, and Seth was giving him middle fingers, and you know, like there, that was it. Since that's how you want to explain shit. You see how dumb that sound now? You fucking idiot.
Yeah,
the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro?
Listen.
This nigga an idiot, bro.
You said, all right, you dumb motherfucker. You said you had two. What's the next one?
Oh damn! Never mind. I just had one.
You're a fucking dunce then. You don't know how to count. 1, 2. We'll do it another day. We'll do another day.
Yeah. So we talk about moments. How about the matches themselves? What do you think?
Wait. Whoa. Remember what I asked you? Could we have who won each category as we move on?
Okay. Yeah. So you want to know who won that one?
Yes.
It was a toughie. It was much more back and forth than last round. But I ain't gonna lie. Beginning and end, Ego got it. Sammy, Punk.
Yeah,
I mean, But listen, you can trolling with the Punk aside, like he did articulate that Sammy one very well. And yeah, like he took me back. He took me back to when it happened. I'm sorry. All right, so yeah. Right now, y'all tied. Let's just move on to match quality. What are you thinking about the matches, man? What was Triple H?
I think both years had great matches, but I think 2024 had the better category, like better matches overall.
Okay. Do you want to name a couple? Ego. Make me like
I'll give you.
I disagree. I feel like in terms of match quality, I think 2023 takes the cake. I feel like 2024 does a better job at presenting matches better, but I don't think the match quality is better. I think we're being tricked. Well, not we. You are being tricked by camera angles instead of the actual quality of the match.
All right, so I guess we, like how we did last round, we did moments for moments. I guess we just do some matches, like go over some matches, couple matches. I'm gonna start off calm. I'm gonna go with Sammy versus Gunther at WrestleMania. That was one of the best IC title matches. Cody versus Kevin at Bash was also one of the top matches. And I'm gonna go. Let me start off like Damian versus Gunther at SummerSlam.
That was 3, right?
That was 3.
Okay, yeah. I got Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest at Backlash.
Okay.
Give me Trish versus Becky at Night of Champions. No. Actually, give me Trish versus Becky in their that steel cage match. And what was the last one be? Give me the Money in the Bank match. Yeah, the Money in the Bank from 2023.
Which one?
The men's Money in the Bank.
Could you elaborate on the last two?
What were the last two? The men's Money in the Bank and what else?
Trish versus Becky.
Oh, Trish versus Becky. That was one of the. I don't even think my opponent here would disagree that was a great match in terms of quality, and from an in-ring perspective, from a technical standpoint, from a ring psychology, from a chemistry, from a anything. I don't think even my opponent would disagree that that's a bad match. And the Money in the Bank, it's just like all other Money in the Banks, but it's not. This one was pretty different and special. First time no world champions ever in the Money in the Bank match. I think it was the first time. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But and there was a lot of great spots in that match, including the likes of stuff between Logan Paul and Ricochet, Santos Escobar, Damian Priest, LA Knight. The hype going into that match was insane as well. The ending and the finish with the false finish of LA Knight's finna get his moment, and here come Damian Priest. I think all that leads to those being pretty good matches.
Got some more matches. Logan versus LA Knight at SummerSlam. Liv versus Rhea at SummerSlam was also a very good match. Seth and Cody versus Roman and The Rock was also a good match. Seth versus Drew at WrestleMania was also a very good match. You got any more?
How many rounds are we doing?
We'll keep this one short. I think with match quality we can segue to POV.
Wait, can I? add like my final point. Can we do final points?
No, I know it's not. I'm talking about Yeah. It's just like so we can.
Yeah. Ego, you got a final point before I say my final point?
I'm talking about.
Huh?
Talk.
All right.
What's he saying?
He has nothing to say. Yeah.
So he has nothing to say. Because after this, we move on. After I say my point.
Ego.
All right, so you got nothing to say. So we moving on after this, Judge. All right, so yeah, I just think that overall it had the better matches. I'm not just talking PLEs. If we want to talk PLEs, Punk and Drew, Hell in a Cell, Roman versus Cody 2, one of the greatest matches of all time, one of the greatest WrestleMania main events of all time. Seth and Drew, Sammy versus Gunther versus Randy at Bash. But not just PLEs, but the thing that I feel like gives 2024 the edge is the TV matches. I feel like that was one of the things where that puts it over 2023. On the TV matches, you had Andrade versus Melo. They had a best of 7 series, and each match hit. You had Becky versus Nia day one, and the week after that they had Raw after Mania. They had
stop. Oh my God, Kiwi! I thought this was supposed to be a closing statement.
Wait, now, it is a closing
real
statement.
Quick,
it is a closing
again,
statement.
Kiwi. How many rounds is it?
It is
5.
It's
right?
a closing statement. It is a closing statement.
Hold on.
Donney.
All right.
No, you got it.
You got
it. You got it. You keep talking about PLEs. Let's talk about PLEs.
We talked.
Whoa. Keep talking about PLEs. So let's talk about PLEs. Let's get to the PLEs. That's what you keep talking about.
Before that, I just want to say, Donney, you're ahead, 2-1. I just think your points were better. Ego,
thank you.
That's kind of crazy. Like that. That's top 3. That's kind of crazy.
Chat.
I didn't say that was top 3.
Listen, chat. Can you do me a favor? And also, can y'all put y'all favorite TV match of 2024 in the comments? But we move on to the next category. Let's wrap this up. We do also have another debate to come up. So let's wrap this up.
Yeah, you was talking about PLEs, so let's talk about PLEs, and I'm gonna do it the Donney way again, Kiwi, because it seemed like you really like that way of explaining shit. So, 2023, we got the Royal Rumble, January, right? Oh my God, you had wonderful, fantastic matches like both Royal Rumbles, men and women. And then you had matches on that card such as KO and Roman they never failed to entertain us, right?
Whoa. That match was, but I digress. That was probably the worst match they had, but all right. I'm gonna let you continue, but the match itself was is more talked. The moment after is more talked about, but I digress. You continue though. I just want to get my input. You go.
Oh, so yes, you're right. The moment after it, which also happened at the Royal Rumble, which is part of the PLE. Also, like I said, one of the biggest moments of 2023 and preceding anything. All right. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that.
Continue talking about the Royal Rumble. Continue talking about the Royal Rumble. Continue talking about the Royal Rumble. Continue. What else had on the card?
What else they had on the card? It don't matter.
Let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. Does that ring a bell? Okay, my fault. Continue though.
Yeah, let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. Anyway.
Okay.
Like I said, the United States Chamber. The United States Chamber. Great match. Great chamber. One of the best chambers. Absolutely fantastic. Oh fuck, I forgot. Royal Rumble as well had Bray Wyatt's first match back. RIP to Bray Wyatt. Yes. Against LA Knight. And it was a pretty bad match. It wasn't something like you want to watch. But
oh my goodness,
it's Bray Wyatt, so who give a fuck?
What are you?
You know what I'm saying? But also the elimination.
I mean, you can not to cut you off, but you could have said like final match.
Huh?
Wow.
I believe that was his final in-ring match. Unless I'm bugging.
RP Bray Wyatt, man.
Oh, that was his final match. Yeah.
Just because.
Like, Bray Wyatt's final match. Yeah.
All right. Listen. Continue.
I knew it was his first match back too, but RP to Bray, man. Elimination Chamber. Oh, Roman and Sammy. Like, come on, bro. This shit's writing itself.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned Rumble, you mentioned Chamber, and then
and the next one, WrestleMania 39. I don't even need to say nothing. Do I need to say anything? WrestleMania 30. Do I need to say anything? Like, let's be for real. Let's be so for real. And then after that, you had Backlash. Backlash. A lot of people didn't expect a lot from Backlash, but you had the likes of the Bloodline six-man tag match, KO, Cody, and some dude that didn't wear shoes for some reason. But that shit was decent. You had the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match. That shit was cold as fuck too. Oh wait, I'm tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm tweaking. Hold on. It wasn't Cody. It was KO, Matt Riddle. Damn, I forgot. I think it was Randy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm tweaking. What the fuck?
Give him time. Y'all give him time. Give him time. You know,
it don't even matter. Anyway, we just talking about the pay-per-view that we doing and how Donney be doing it, right? You wanna go? Because I didn't name a lot. You wanna go?
Oh man.
I'm in like May. You know what I'm saying? Just straight heaters back to back. So go ahead if you wanna.
Royal Rumble. In fact, this is what I do. I'll compare the Rumble, the PLEs, and I'll just say which one I think was better. Rumble 2023, I think. Rumble 2023, I think, was better than 2024 on. Just because of the moment that happened. In terms of like that Elimination Chamber as well. What happens after Elimination Chamber 2024? WrestleMania? Is it WrestleMania or something else that happens after that? I think it's WrestleMania 40. Some argue WrestleMania 40 is over WrestleMania 39. Both were two top legendary PLEs. I think that WrestleMania, I mean, that one can go either way, honestly. I feel like that one can go either way. After, I think Bash is what you got. You talking about Backlash? I mean, I'm sorry, Backlash, not Bash. Backlash. What comes after Backlash? What's after Backlash? What was after Backlash? Oh, Clash. Clash was after Backlash for 2024. What PLE you have for June?
I think it was
Clash one after Backlash.
Backlash was
24.
Backlash was May, right? And then 2024. Backlash was May, and then after that was what?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank is July.
No, that was July. I think it was Clash. Yeah.
You sure?
All right. I think it's Clash. What was the June PLE? No, it's Clash. Clash is June.
Because I think
no, it's King of the Ring.
King of the Ring was same month.
King of the Ring. You're right. King of the Ring. All right. So which PLE? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This shit's gonna take forever. I ain't gonna lie. Just give me your top three PLEs, and I'll give you my top three, and we'll say which one is better. That's gonna take forever.
Top three?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, WrestleMania 39.
And y'all don't gotta be like explaining like OD. You can just explain like overall quality of like the PLE.
Okay.
And then just like put like a few pointers.
WrestleMania 39, self-explanatory. Night of Champions, top to bottom. You had the crowning of the new world champion. You had Trish versus Becky in that. You had I think it was I think it was the second match in the trilogy between Brock and Cody. Oh shit. And then you had the Bloodline versus KO and Sammy. That shit was great.
You yapping too much. Say PLE and we move on.
Shut the fuck up, bitch, and listen.
What? Come on, hurry the fuck up.
I will literally smack you. Drop low.
All already did.
Drop
what are you
low.
doing?
Drop it again, because you
You're not showing up.
You dropped the deli.
You're
You
not
dropped
showing
the
up.
deli.
Just go.
You dropped the deli.
Just go.
Drop low, bitch.
Just go. Just go.
Anyway.
So you said Mania, you said 9 champions, and what was the last one?
Fuck. Give me SummerSlam. No. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, give me Backlash. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Backlash from earlier. Yeah, that Bad Bunny and Damien Appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained earlier. Let's see.
Your top 3?
WrestleMania 40. SummerSlam, and I'll say Bash.
You wanna? I mean, like I said, you don't have to like.
I'm not gonna go into detail. You say which one you think was better, and we move on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give this one to Ego. Yeah, I mean, you explained perfectly about Mania, and adding Backlash too. I feel like people forget Backlash.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, let's right now. Last round.
Yeah, so last round, we tie right now. So tiebreaker, storylines. What was Triple H cooking for these storylines? Who want to go first?
Damn.
Donney.
All right. Look. All right, storylines. I'll go first. We ain't gonna go into too detail. We got other shit to do. Mm-hmm. But the storyline of Liv Morgan's revenge tour, I think that's the top story. I think Punk and Drew is a top story. I think Bayley getting kicked out, her versus Damage Control, that's a top story. Judgment Day breakup, the lead up to Judgment Day breakup, top story. Chad Gable versus Sammy, I think is a top story. The story of the New Day heel turn, that's another one. Kevin Owens heel turn, another one. Yeah, those are some top stories.
It seems like this whole debate just seems to be like quantity over quality, because if we go do that, I mean, I'm not finna just sit here and name a bunch of bullshit ass storylines.
I mean, do you got yours?
I can, in terms of quality, I can just name one, and that's the Bloodline story. I'm not finna sit here and beat around the bush and bullshit.
So we are
in terms of sheer quality.
So
yeah,
to make
the
it
Bloodline storyline is one of the most intricate and best storylines WWE's ever put on it. 2023 was one of their highlight years of that storyline.
Just to make it clear, we're talking storylines of the whole year, and he only used the one storyline. I gave multiple storylines. But you want to talk about Bloodline storyline? Explain how the Bloodline storyline, and I'm gonna explain my rebuttal to that.
I've been explaining it damn near like the whole debate, no cap, from chair shot.
Come on, hurry up.
You can just like
No. Y'all finna sit here and listen like the adults. I understand y'all fucking attention span is the fucking peanut, but please sit there and fucking listen.
Whoa.
You came here to see a debate, you go be in the fucking debate. You came here to judge a debate, you gonna judge the debate. You came here to lose this fucking debate, you finna fucking lose this debate, all right, buddy? That's what the fuck going on around this bitch.
Tragic.
Fuck is wrong with niggas anyway. So, like I was saying earlier, the Bloodline storyline, again, one of the most intricate storylines in 2023, was literally their highlight year from top to bottom, January to fucking December. Literally something was going on. Something had to do with the Bloodline damn near all the fucking time. From the chair shot with Sami Zayn at Royal Rumble which leads to Sami Zayn turning on the Bloodline in February, and the Jay confusion that lasts all the way up to August, which we'll get back to that because now we're going to go back to March, dealing with KO and Sami trying to dismantle the Bloodline by taking the tag titles because Sami understood that that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What else? Roman defending the title, which also is an intricate part of the Bloodline with Cody's promo, like I mentioned earlier. A whole bunch of shit going on. Again, I already mentioned it, the 6-man tag match that Cody Rhodes. Was Cody Rhodes in this shit? I don't know. But again, still, Cody Rhodes, bloodline stuff. Jay leaves the bloodline, feuds with Roman, has tribal combat. All these things going on. Jay leaving WWE, coming back with Cody Rhodes, bringing him back. Like, what are we doing, gang? Like, we're sitting here talking about all this quantity of shit. What can we really get to the nitty gritty and talk about this shit, bro? This shit fucking gay.
All right. Quick rebuttal. 2023 Bloodline has some great moments, but also had some lows. You mentioned the end of 2023.
You mentioned Liv Morgan's revenge tour. That's like majority lows.
Stop.
People in the comments literally said
2023. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. My nigga, damn, nigga, shut your next debate. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Listen,
pussy ass
2023.
Let's go.
Most of it. All right. Jimmy turn on Jay. The stipulation of 2023. Shit made no sense. It happened, and then that led to what? Jimmy going back to the bloodline and being a lackey for them. Roman was barely showing up. A bunch of bullshit happened in that. 2024 bloodline story, I think, was a little more layered in terms of the shit that happened with Cody, him and the Rock stuff, Roman losing his title, which led to Solo feeling like he got to take over the bloodline. That stuff happening, then them, the bloodline, the new bloodline going crazy, taking over, doing all this extra shit, them doing their thing, and then Roman coming back. When he came back, that led to him feuding with the new bloodline and getting the OG bloodline back together. And then that led to War Games, which helped add other stories, stuff dealing with Punk and all this other stuff. I think it was just more put together in 2024. That's my final statement.
More put together.
That's my final statement.
Okay, now great. Now we're finna get to my final statement because you just said that was your final statement. Great. We're finna get to my final statement on that goofy shit. You wanted to bring up the lows with Jimmy.
No, I said my part. He said his part. We're not about to
no. You wanted to bring up the lows with Jimmy. I'm gonna bring up the lows that you failed to mention yourself, that you already just tried to glaze over. Jay comes back to the bloodline. What was that?
All right. Listen. Bloodline story, both years were great, and I listed way more stories. Can we get final statements?
Oh my God.
Final statement from me. Overall, I think that 2024 was a better year. Matches, moments, all this stuff like that, storylines. I just think that it was more complete. It was way better. 2023 was good, but 2024 I think was better.
Mm-hmm. All right, you go.
It seemed like a lot of this has been quantity, and I'm not really getting that.
Oh, mush brain.
Make
this fucking final statement. Let's go, please.
Did I talk during his final statement? Why is
I'm sorry, bro. It's getting late, bro. I'm getting tired, bro.
Cry me a fucking river.
All right, hurry up, bitch.
The fuck? I'm gonna take my time. Now, I'm gonna talk like this, and you gonna wait till I feel like finishing. Oh, okay. You see how annoying that is? That's what happens when people interrupt you. Fucking dunce. What is wrong with this fucking idiot? Like I was saying, this debate feel like it was a lot of quantity. I ain't rocking with that. And Kiwi, I want you to understand something. When you make this decision, bro, you see he turned his camera off, but you see what he had hanging up back there.
What?
You mentioned it earlier. Yeah. Remember that fake ass apology he gave you? And he got it back.
Let Kiwi do her decision.
What's the point? What was the point of this fake ass apology he gave you if he finna have the hoodie back in the first place?
No, Donney. I mean, he got. Wait, yeah, we're gonna end it off, but yeah, Donney. I don't know, like it kind of rubs me the wrong way that you didn't notify me about that hoodie, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Sorry.
You see how he talking to you? You see how he talking to you?
What are you talking about?
It's the hoodie.
I'm sorry.
He got the hoodie back. Now he's
sorry.
diving back into the
Mr.
Puppet Master.
I know. you tired, I'm tired. Like I know we all tired. We got a main event.
Everybody tired.
I'm sorry. Can you get to the verdict? It's getting hot. I'm tired. Come on, can we get to the verdict?
All right, bro. So, as I said earlier, y'all were tied 2-2. So, the winner for storylines, I'm gonna have to go Ego.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Judge, for seeing that this quantity shit not finna keep flying. Ha ha. Fuck you, bitch.
So okay. That's so fucking weird. What the fuck are you talking about?
Why is it weird?
Why?
What's weird?
So we doing it a fucking debate. I give my final statement. Ego mentioned a fucking hoodie and about me apologizing to you, and now there's something you want to fucking switch up and talk about something. It's fucking Ego. Kiwi, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying not to fucking start snapping, but what the fuck are you doing?
Donney, listen, I apologize for ruining your moment. I apologize for ruining your Wrestle Talk moment, but I cannot separate emotion from equity. I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
Bitch, you can't do what? You can't separate what?
Listen,
bitch.
I'm sorry, but you're reaping what you sow. Okay.
I'm fucking reaping what I sow. I fucking
just
apologize
to you. Back that hoodie.
I fucking apologize to you about it. How the fuck are you going to sit there and use it as a reason?
Brought the hoodie back to life.
Bitch, you resurrected. Fuck what I brought back to life.
Oh my god, you're making my decisions look like shit. You reversed that decision.
Shit. What the fuck?
Y'all have fun with this. I'm finna go bye-bye.
The fuck is wrong with you?
No. Whoa. Hold on. Because I've been biting my fucking tongue. All right?
Shut the fuck up, because fucking bounce out, slap the dog shit out of you.
You not gonna think. That's what Matt
I'm fucking to time prepared for this fucking debate. And you're stupid ass.
I barely hit Jay. You got no slab. You're not Rocky. You're not Rocky Balboa.
Kiwi, understand this.
No. I talk now. No. I talk now. Because
what the fuck you think you are? Kiwi talk? Bitch,
I'm a judge. And guess what? Ego. You won. You know why?
Kiwi.
Because you got the
all
damn
right,
hoodie.
Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Fuck, bruh.
Go! If you close your eyes, your life and make it truth reveal. Since you never lived in scars, never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes.
Wow. My fault, Chad. A lot to unfold with what just happened, but we do got the rest of the show to get to. But before we do get to that, got a few things to say. What's going on, chat? Appreciate y'all singing along with the song. But next week is a night too, so make sure you're not late. Show's probably gonna be starting late, but make sure you're there. We have the trial of Phil. Phil and Zay are taking on Loth and Lisha. We have my friends Rod Hardy versus Tommy in a Falls Count Anywhere. We also have a trivia that I'm going to need y'all's help with. The Talk of Blaze team is going to need y'all's help with. If you want to be part of the trivia, go ahead and DM Donney Blaze. Maybe you wait a little bit because I'm sure he's heated right now. But make sure y'all DM Donney Blaze to go on that trivia next week. But with all that being said, we do got a main event to get to, and we are going to get to it right now after we see how we got here.
There are no guarantees in life, not for the present, nor for the future.
And I kind of just want to cut right to it, bro. There's me. There's you. Top of the crop. There's no two people that stand higher in the rankings of Talk with Blaze than me and you. The African American Nightmare, the TWB champ, Do I gotta say more? I want you to be my first opponent.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can do that yet.
I understand. Okay. I hear you. Do what you gotta do, Tio. And I'll do the same.
Brother! Look at your fucking face! Look at your fucking face, Tio!
You know, I thought for a long time about how to make you prioritize what was important on top of Blaze. You wanted to prioritize the bloodline. And I realized I couldn't beat them niggas. So you know what you do when you can't beat them? You join them.
Of the first WrestleTalk Royal Rumble, the 2025 WrestleTalk Royal Rumble. The man that'll be going to the main event of WrestleTokMania is T.O. Rhodes.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I intend to finish the story this time with a championship. And a championship that needs my name on it.
I gotta get your ass going immediately. Main event, night one, me and you. You and these people got this weird symbiotic relationship where you feed off they bullshit and you feed off they bullshit and y'all just feed each other bullshit back and forth. Just straight up gobbledygook. They geek your head up to think that you good, then you step in the ring and you realize you really Jey Uso in 2024. You make them feel like they important when like they fat as fuck sitting at home with motherfucking popcorn in their belly button, not doing shit, hoping that this dork from South Carolina can amount to something. So maybe they can feel like they bum asses can amount to something. Y'all are just a bunch of losers feeding off each other. It's disgusting. It's sickening.
Figured it out. Neph doesn't hate me. He hates the weight that championship is carrying on his shoulders. And obviously he ain't too much of a man enough to carry it himself. So I think it's time I take it off him, and I think it's time we take it off him at WrestleTokMania.
The following debate is to determine what had the most impact on the WWE Universe. The Yes Movement or the We Want Cody Movement. And it is for the Talk with Blaze Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship!
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Introducing first, the South, from Columbia, South Carolina. He is the African-American Nightmare.
WrestleTokMania! I know what I want to talk about, and I know what we're here for. Spot, how you doing?
Doing good.
It's good. Time for talk.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois. He is the Talk with Blaze Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't want to talk about shit. Let's get it going.
All right. Getting right into it. Basing this off 3 different rounds. Impact, how organic it was, and the conclusion. Y'all start off with Impact.
Champion's decision. You go first, T.O. Rhodes. Actually, before we get the match started, Jody, you sucking too much dick. I'm tired of you. After I destroy T.O., I hope you get in the ring. Fucking James Ellsworth.
Neph, are you serious? What are we doing?
T.O., this is the biggest night of your life. This is another day for the champ. Spit your piece.
What's the category again? Spot.
Starting off with Impact.
Impact. I feel as though the We Want Cody movement has a bigger impact than the WrestleMania because of simply the We Want Cody movement is a catalyst to a new era of WWE, a new era as Triple H has touted himself. And I feel like the We Want Cody movement will be remembered as a bigger moment than the WrestleMania. I'm not saying it's not a big moment. Obviously, we know how big WrestleMania was, but I think the We Want Cody movement surpassed that with the amount of outrage it caused, with the amount of mainstream apparel it had, and with the matches and these storylines just from an impact level.
Look at this fucking geek, bro. Are we comparing the movements or are we comparing the WrestleManias? You already shivering. You already shaking. Why are you trying to compare the entirety of the We Want Cody movement to the Yes movement? You already fucking shivering. I see how this debate's finna go. I got you in a palm of my fucking hand. You suck. But let me tell you why you're wrong. The Yes-mania, or the Yes movement, as you want to say, transcended WWE. It transcended wrestling. Michigan State basketball players led 14,000 strong in their stadium to do the Yes chant. The Yes chant is still touted and seen in other companies, such as the one Bryan Danielson is right now. Wembley Stadium, there's video footage of this. Wembley Stadium was doing Yes chants. Bryan Danielson hadn't entered the building yet. The Yes movement might have transcended Bryan Danielson, the character, the wrestler itself. There's a historically ass WWE venue, and I believe it's in like Maryland or some shit. It's in some East Coast state. They don't cheer for shit. But Daniel Bryan had all of those people chanting yes in such perfect unison. You could hear a fucking dog whistle in between the silences, between the yeses. Don't speak to me about this category because like you, like Cody Rhodes, and everything else you do in your pathetic life, you're going to fall short. I don't care about Twitter trends. I care about real life. And I know the world was chanting yes in real life. I know across multiple companies, the world was chanting yes. I know across different sports, the world was chanting yes. And it was all spearheaded by one man, Daniel Bryan. Yes, yes, yes.
Any rebuttal, Tio?
I guess one I would say is the Cody Rhodes the We Want Cody movement transcended, and it also transcended to real life as well with the crowds. It wasn't just a Twitter fad. It was something that was real. It was something that we all could feel. It was something that went past just scrolling on the phone and typing it on Twitter. So just to try to make it as that is like it's all it is. That's not all it was.
I'm sorry, I couldn't bother to fucking listen to you. I would literally do anything else. I was just texting my fucking boss back because I know you were saying some bullshit. You said something about how it transcended into real life as well. You know what, T.O. Rhodes? Congratulations. That's the best thing you're gonna do tonight. That's the best point you're gonna bring up tonight. Yes, it did transcend into real life, but not nearly as hard as the Yes movement. The Yes movement had a hijacking on Raw. The Yes movement made WWE rework their plans. And this isn't like Cody Rhodes. They didn't see Daniel Bryan as that. They told him he was B+ to his face, and the world showed them that he was A+. The world showed him that he was A++, because we had John Cena in the ring. We had CM Punk in the ring. We had Randy Orton in the ring. We had Triple H in the ring. We had Dolph Ziggler in the ring. We had all these names that were killing it in the ring. And what was the world chanting? Yes, yes, yes. When Daniel Bryan called John Cena a parody of a wrestler, what was the world chanting? Yes, yes, yes. And this wasn't in kayfabe. This wasn't an eventuality. This was something that they didn't want. Yet simply through Daniel Bryan existing, simply through his star power, simply through that one syllable, one word that he used to say, yes, yes, yes. He's absolutely shitting on that fake blonde, horrible tattoo, paper champion, Cody Rhodes.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. To just key it down to just it being just a Twitter trend or whatever it was, right? That's not the way it goes. You can't just say that.
Who's gonna stop me? You? No, fuck niggas, so don't tell me what I can't do. For this shit get more than a debate.
All right. Any final words on that category?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on, Spot. This is what I came for. Is this the T.O. Rose that I came for? Because if this is what you finna be doing these next 2 rounds, this is finna be an easy fucking night. I suggest you get it together, and I suggest you get it together quickly. Because if this is what you finna bring, it's gonna be the shortest night of my life, the easiest paycheck I collect, the easiest dub I bring back. I didn't forsake everything to get here for you to do this. I think we should move on to the next category.
All right. Next category. I'll reveal the winner of each round at the end. But next category is how organic each rise was.
I'll go first. I don't think Daniel Bryan was manufactured the way Cody Rhodes was. Second generation superstar coming off a legendary name like Dusty Rhodes, right? Even if it was taking away a former champion within WWE, a WWE Hall of Famer, right? Daniel Bryan was brought in as just another indie guy who was the Miz, who was a consummate WWE superstar. He was the Miz's rookie. And through his sheer likability, through his hard work, and through his graps, was he able to rise up through the ranks. It didn't have anything to do with his lineage, nothing to do with his bloodline, nothing to do with his ties. It was simply him and his hard work. Go ahead.
You think that's all that Cody was about?
Tell me something.
You think that's all that he was about? You don't think it was organic at all?
Explain to me how.
You said second generation superstar. And yes, he did come in as a second generation superstar, but what did they see him as? They seen him as Stardust. They didn't see him as a world champion. By the time Daniel Bryan had got hot and had his Yes Mania moment, they had already seen him as a world champion already. He had already held that belt. But Cody Rhodes couldn't even sniff it. You know where Cody Rhodes went?
Where
Cody
was
Rhodes
he?
went
Where was he,
outside. He went outside of WWE. He had to go outside of WWE to prove himself for these people to see him as a main event talent. And you say organic, manufactured. What's manufactured about a man leaving a company to better himself and become a superstar? And when he comes back, he is a superstar. And he's such a superstar that people are willing to put a dream match, a mega match on the back burner just to see that man achieve his dream and his actual story that he needs to finish. You say manufactured, I say a miracle. I say that is the meaning of organic. Cody is the most organic superstar I've ever seen, and he's the most organic you ever seen, but you don't want to admit it, and that's fine. But when it comes to organicness, the story of Cody Rhodes is a story that we all can relate to because it's a real story. And everything that Cody stood for and everything that Cody fought for, he got there in the real way. The most organic way.
Right. Personally, I think Cody Rhodes just couldn't hack it. So
Cody couldn't hack it.
He had to do what he did. He wasn't enough to get over in WWE, so he had to go elsewhere. He had to do these other things. Daniel Bryan did not have to.
He had to do those other things.
I'm sorry. I'm literally texting my dog's grandma because you're just an unimportant piece of shit.
World champ, everybody. World champ, everybody.
You're a piece of shit.
While he says things like this and says that Cody Rhodes had to do these type of things, he doesn't understand that he's proven my point. Cody Rhodes had to leave WWE because they didn't see him as that. Cody Rhodes had to leave WWE and destroy that throne, destroy that glass ceiling, destroy that category, destroy that type of just mystique around his name to break out of that shadow, to break out of Stardust. You're proving my point, Neph.
I'm sorry.
He had to. That makes it more organic because he had to.
It makes it more organic because he had to. What the fuck ever, bro. Whatever.
Oh, it's whatever. Oh, it's whatever. It's the champ. It's whatever now. No rebuttal, champ. It's whatever.
Whatever, bro.
Oh, whatever, champ. Okay. I think we got a match, champ.
Not for long. What's the next category?
The next category is the conclusion of the story.
The conclusion? The conclusion. Let's talk about conclusions. I don't need to speak on Cody Rhodes because I can just speak on the great Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's story concluded with him going over 3 of the greatest, 3 of the most talented, 3 of the most coveted. Batista, Triple H, Randy Orton. 3 names that are etched in wrestling history forever. Possibly 2 top 10 names in WWE history. We got Daniel Bryan, who fought 2 matches in one night. He fought 1 match just to get to where he was, and then another match to cement his legacy as one of the greatest. They call what he did the miracle on Bourbon Street. It took a life of his own. You understand what I'm saying? It took a life of his own. They call it the miracle on Bourbon Street. They had Cody Rhodes out there trying to siphon the life out of Rocky because they were in Philly. They wanted him to be an underdog so bad. Daniel Bryan didn't have to be manufactured into an underdog. He was the underdog. Daniel Bryan told us in the Raw Takeover that the authority and that the WWE, the executives could not understand why people wanted somebody like him to succeed. You know why? Because he's really relatable. He's really like us. He's really not the most ideal. He's really not the best looking. Cody looks the part. Cody talks the part. Cody has that AWA, WWF swag that everybody loved. He's got that Ric Flair about him. Daniel Bryan was a regular guy. Daniel Bryan was like me. He was like Spot. He was like you. He was like everybody else. I like to compare him to somebody like a Stephen Curry. Steph Curry being right, he's not 6'8" with a 45-inch vertical like LeBron James. He's not 6'6" with giant hands like Michael Jordan, right? He's a regular person, and he became the best at something. He became the best at a skill that everybody can strive to be like. And that is why he's the underdog that people root for. That is why the entire crowd was chanting yes with Daniel Bryan when he hoisted 2 titles above his head. That is why when people like Roman Reigns, they tried to recreate that moment with Roman Reigns and people booed him because it was inauthentic, because Roman Reigns didn't represent everybody. Daniel Bryan represented everybody. That is the difference. That's why that conclusion means so much, because it was a group win for everybody. There was no anticlimactic bullshit where people were like, oh, well, it would have been better if he won last year. It didn't need 35 interferences. All it needed was for Bryan Danielson, the focal point of this story, to raise his hand at the end. That is all it needed. Talk to me.
You named quite the accomplishments, and you named quite the competitors Bryan had to go up against, and he had to face off against. The Rock, Roman Reigns. 2 of the top names in the wrestling industry, 2 of the top names in the wrestling business. And together they would put on the most anticipated mega match that we've seen since Cena and The Rock. They did it. You know why? Because the momentum with Cody Rhodes, just himself, just the moment, just the movement of Cody Rhodes was enough to stop that. That was simply enough to stop that. You made a great point. You made a bunch of great points. You made a bunch of great points about Danielson and Bryan Danielson and how it didn't need a bunch of conclusions and a bunch of interferences. But in my opinion, I think that's what makes that match great. I think that's what makes that conclusion so great, that you can look at that match and look at that conclusion and say, that is probably the best WrestleMania main event that we've ever seen in our entire lives. And who was the spearhead of that? Who was the spearhead of that, champ? Who was the spearhead of that,
Do you
champ?
really want to get into this?
Oh, I'm fully ready to get into this.
Because as a match, I get it. You're a WWE guy. That's why you don't understand this Daniel Bryan thing that I'm talking about. You're a lights, camera, action type of nigga. I'm a graps type of nigga. So I know the Undertaker coming out excited you. I know the Usos scaring each other out into tables excited you. I know all of that made you feel good. But you know what was a better main event than WrestleMania 40?
Talk to me.
WrestleMania 30. You know why? Because it wasn't manufactured nonsense. We talked about how, sure, you got that round. Cody wasn't manufactured when he got back to WWE. But by 2024, guess what he was? Bare minimum, slated to win the WWE Championship. Would he have won it against Roman if The Rock went for it? No. But he was going to win it. He's a 2-time Royal Rumble winner and is 2 years back to the company. 2-time WrestleMania main eventer. Right or wrong?
You're right.
This is manufactured. He looks the part. He looks the part. Did he not beef up and dye his hair blonde in his years away from WWE? Did he not?
He did.
Did he not go to make himself that main event cookie cutter John Cena like heel that WWE needed? Yes or no?
Okay.
Did he not manufacture himself to be the top face that WWE needed?
I disagree with that.
Lie again.
I disagree with that.
Thank you for lying again.
You want me to tell you why? I'll tell you why.
How can you simultaneously agree that he's John Cena-esque and then disagree that he didn't mold himself to be the face that WWE needed?
Him molding himself doesn't make it manufactured. You can have an organic molding.
Him molding himself doesn't make it manufactured.
You're arguing that the conclusion of Mania 40 was manufactured, yes?
Not only that it was manufactured, it takes away from the moment.
How so?
I agree. I think that everything organic at all times is better than something manufactured, especially when we're talking about two great things. This, I'll give you this, Tio. The We Want Cody movement was amazing. It was great. And you know what the people said about the We Want Cody movement? This is comparable to the Yes movement, because you know what the fucking Mount Rushmore is. You know what number one is. You know what the standard is. The Yes movement. I'm going to reiterate this. Raw takeovers. Legitimate plan changing. Cody got changed from you'll win the title sometime to you'll win the title at Mania. You talk about undesirable to undeniable. You know who that was first? Bryan Danielson. They tried to make this man eat it. They had vignettes of this man eating steak, working out with Vince McMahon, them attempting to make him into that A-plus player that they thought he needed to be to carry the company. They told him to his face that he didn't have what it takes, that he wasn't best for business. The term best for business was coined with Bryan Danielson. Right or wrong?
I'll give you that one.
And he broke the mold. He broke the mold. Bryan Danielson, the short, stumpy vegan, right? Opposite of all of the guys that Vince had chosen, was undeniable. And they had no option. They had no option but to make him the undeniable one, the one to hoist both titles above his head at WrestleMania. Do you know that Undertaker lost his streak at that same WrestleMania?
That's true.
And you know what people talk about the most? The Miracle on Bourbon Street. I've got more than 10 years. I got more than 10 years of proof for the things that I'm saying. More than 10 years of validity. There's no way that you can sit here. I understand you trying to save face. I understand you realize now that you went way too deep. But I need you to understand, these two movements aren't comparable.
They aren't comparable. Chat, these two movements aren't comparable. Let's talk about the WrestleMania movement, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that had to overcome. Let's talk about why the people had that reaction, right? The people had that reaction due to a horrible main event set up with Batista and Randy Orton. A absolutely horrible main event setup that nobody wanted, and people booed Batista when Daniel Bryan wasn't even in the situation, was nowhere to be found. Now overcoming
and why did they boo Batista?
Overcoming.
Who were they cheering for?
They were cheering for anybody but Batista. If I remember, they were cheering for Roman Reigns in that Rumble.
Brother, they were cheering yes.
Brother, they were cheering for Roman
they were
beat Batista.
Yes.
If Roman eliminated Batista that night, the crowd would have blew off the
logic.
roof.
By your logic, LA Knight was just as over as Cody by your logic.
Not true. But okay, true.
You said so you're saying simply because they were cheering for Roman, right? Which happens because there are other faces in the company. You were comparing that to Bryan Danielson. So by your logic, LA Knight had to be just as over as Cody Rhodes. Because with everybody saying, and nigga said it. So which one is it? Were they chanting for Daniel or were they chanting for anybody?
I'm gonna go neither, Neph. I'm gonna go neither. You know what I'm gonna say? This is what I'm gonna say. I'm talking about what they had to overcome. What Danielson had to overcome was a match that people already didn't want and already didn't like.
Same as Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes had to overcome, same as Cody Rhodes. Wow, same as Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes had to overcome and compete with the chokehold that Roman Reigns and the Bloodline had over the WWE. Cody Rhodes had to overcome and compete with that. I would say that is an achievement in itself for Cody Rhodes himself to be able to have such a impact on the company, such a impact when it comes to just him being a face and his momentum. That's one hell of a thing to overcome when it comes to Cody Rhodes.
You want me to tell you what the problem with that is? See, the problem with it is, let's look at fanfare. I would say Cody Rhodes had the majority of fanfare. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Who do you remember besides the Authority rooting against Daniel Bryan?
Who do I remember besides the Authority rooting against Daniel Bryan?
Yes.
Just the Authority, pretty much.
Right. The entirety of the world wanted Daniel Bryan to do what he did.
So did Cody.
No, not just like Cody.
So did Cody.
You are friends with bloodline Glazers that wanted Roman Reigns to retain for a second year in a row. It was a literal narrative going around a wrestling world that it didn't make sense for Cody Rhodes to win because they wanted Roman to break Hulk Hogan's record. Do you agree or disagree?
So you're saying there are people
agree or disagree?
I want to make sure you're saying what you're saying first, right? So you're saying there are some people who wanted Roman to win also, and some people who wanted Cody to win.
Right.
Okay.
You just admitted out your mouth. Nobody wanted anybody else to win except Bryan Danielson.
Because the alternative was horrible.
Right.
What is a good alternative about Batista or Randy Orton coming out as the winner of that main event?
Can you explain to me why those situations are so much more different? Right?
I'm not done.
No, I'm gonna explain the situation. We got somebody that the crowd is tired of, Randy Orton.
Yes.
Reigns.
Yes. Whoa.
Yes, niggas. The majority of the wrestling world was very tired of that reign. Do you disagree?
I ain't gonna disagree. I'll agree.
Because if you disagree, you're cooked.
I ain't gonna disagree. I'll agree.
Right. You know better. Then you got somebody who's undeserving of said spot, Batista, The Rock.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. How are these situations not the same in terms of what they went up against?
Because Batista versus Randy Orton wasn't a mega match that people wanted to see. While you are correct, people did want to see that reign fall. If it meant that seeing the match of Roman Reigns versus The Rock meant that reign goes on for a little bit more longer, then people was okay with that. That's what makes what Cody did so much more impressive.
Okay, so let me make sure. So you're saying that it was. Are you saying that it was like evenly divided in between who wanted to see what?
Depends on what you're asking me.
Are you saying it's evenly divided between who wanted to see Roman versus Rock or Roman versus Cody too?
I'd say I'm not gonna say evenly. I think the majority was to Cody though. The majority was to Cody.
70-30?
70-30 we'll go with that.
Yeah, nigga. For Bryan Danielson, it was 100-0. Nobody wanted to see anybody else win. That's how captivating he had the WWE universe.
But you're
no, I'm not done.
You're not being truthful, Neph.
No,
you're not being truthful.
These are championship minutes. This is where you stop talking. You don't know nothing about this. These are championship minutes.
I'm competing for a championship, Neph.
And I have a championship that I've defended
not for
5
long.
times plus.
Not for long.
Now, like
not
I was saying, Goofy.
Not for long. Clutch it while you have it.
It was 100-0. That is how captivated Bryan Danielson had the WWE universe. The whole world was chanting yes. The whole arena was chanting yes. There was no boos mixed in for Bryan Danielson. You know why? Because we all felt in our hearts who Bryan Danielson was. We all felt in our hearts that we wanted him to win. There was no split. There was no, because we were all locked in on one goal, one thing, standing behind one man and one mission. Send this man who represents all of us to the top. What is more rewarding than truthfully getting what everybody wants? When the 100% consciousness gets what it wants, what is more fulfilling than that? Than a portion of the fans getting what they want and another portion feeling unfulfilled? Nigga, Cody's title run is making civil war between WWE fans.
Civil War.
There are still
at the time.
bloodline
At the time, it was making Civil War.
I'm not done. There are still bloodline glazers out there right now shitting on Cody's reign, talking about how ass it is, being disingenuous about his reign.
And that's my point. That is my point.
Nobody did that.
Goes into my point about
that
the impact.
No, that doesn't go into your point. Because you know why? Because we all wanted what happened with Bryan Danielson. We all, when I say all, I mean 100%.
Why was it split between Cody? Why was it split between Cody and Rock and Roman? Why was it split between Cody and Rock and Roman?
So you're now agreeing that it was split. Are you agreeing now that it's 50-50?
Not 50-50, no. I'd never say 50-50. Majority Cody, but some people wanted Roman and Rock. But you remember what you said. Remember what you said. You said some bloodline glazers still bash Cody. That goes into Cody. That goes into the impact that the bloodline and Roman Reigns has and the chokehold they have on the WWE. The fact that Cody Rhodes
somebody else that was more important and more over than Cody Rhodes.
Stop it. Oh, if that was the case, if that was the case, Neph, if that was the case, then why did Cody get the reaction that he got? If that was the case.
What reaction?
During the We Want Cody movement, the most important
yes. They were crying about him getting bitched out his spot. But as you just kept saying out your mouth, you literally said the word split. You know that it wasn't as clear cut as it was with Bryan Danielson. You know it wasn't as wanted as it was
because
with
the alternative was something that some people actually wanted. In Danielson's case, he had it easier because there was an alternative that nobody wanted. Danielson overcame an alternative.
It was an alternative that nobody wanted.
Who wanted a winner out of Batista?
Nobody wanted to watch that.
Who wanted Batista and Randy?
Who wanted Batista?
You said it yourself. It was all Danielson. So are you changing? Wait. Are you changing? Are you changing now?
Let me tell you where you fucked up. Let me tell you where you fucked up. Nobody had a problem with Batista until he won the Rumble. And the reason they had a problem with him winning the Rumble because Bryan Danielson didn't. The Yes movement started well before the Road to Mania. You understand that, right? The Yes movement started when John Cena and Randy Orton were raising those belts for a momentous time in WWE, as stated by Triple H.
Did he just lie?
You want to bet?
Did he just lie?
You want to bet?
Yo,
I can go to my TV
you said Batista got booed. Nobody had a problem with Batista
until when? The Rumble.
So if that's the case, right? Why did no one have a problem with Roman Reigns?
Because Roman Reigns wasn't in Bryan Danielson's way. I just explained to you. It's the same reason nobody had a problem with LA Knight. It's the same.
So it's almost like you're saying it's so bad that Danielson had a very good way and a very easy way to overcome that because the alternative was something so bad that nobody wanted now.
No,
it was so bad that nobody wanted.
That was a super ass sleeping logic that you just made.
What
I said was nobody had a problem with Batista until he got in Bryan Danielson's way. What you just tried to spin the narrative was, oh, niggas hated Batista, but they didn't hate Roman.
They did. You said they did. You said they did.
You know why they didn't hate Roman? I'm logically consistent. 2 words you probably don't understand, you fucking Neanderthal. I'm logically consistent. They didn't have a problem with Roman until Roman
looking like Chewbacca and called me a Neanderthal.
Until Roman got in Bryan Danielson's way, nobody had a fucking problem. When he won a 2015 Royal Rumble and niggas was chanting for Bryan Danielson, they booed that nigga to oblivion. You know why? Because he simply was not Bryan Danielson.
What's up with the insults, Chef? Am I getting in your head?
You can start reading Brandon 548's comments. That nigga's
I'm just asking.
Not in my head.
Why? Why you go in the chat?
I ain't gonna lie. Esco, hold on, time out. Fuck you, Tio. But Esco, I'm not gonna lie. Get the fuck off my dick, cuz. Because if you was up here, we would have wrapped this shit up 20 minutes ago. I'd have been cooked you. But as I was saying, you're lying. I've been logically consistent. I said nobody had a problem with other faces until they got in Bryan's way. When Batista got in Bryan's way, instant boos. When Roman won the 2015 Royal Rumble with the help of The Rock, the same person you said has that star power, he was booed out the fucking building. You know why? Because he's not Daniel Bryan.
Comparing 2015 Roman and Bryan is disastrous, but all right. It's great enough. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's
For
great.
sure.
That's great.
And I think that's
great.
enough. And I think that's enough.
Oh, it's enough. It's enough.
Oh, you want to continue? Say that.
It's enough.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Rebuttal.
It's enough. Insults ain't winning the argument, chat. That's not winning the argument at all. That's not winning the argument.
And here you go again, relying on chat when the only vote that matters is spots.
Once again, chat.
You're relying on the chat still. This is Tio. I'm trying to teach you. You don't understand. You keep relying on these people as if they can bring you results. You're not having a Tio Mania moment. You're not having a Tio Rhodes Mania moment, my nigga. This isn't that. It'll never be that. These niggas can't cheer you to victory. You have to beat me. You got to run through me. You can't do that.
He just said it. What is the name of this category, Spot?
Conclusion.
What did you just say? I'm not having a Tio Rhodes finish the story moment.
Didn't
finish
say
the story.
I literally never said finish.
You ain't say finish the story. Well, allow me to say it.
That was crazy that you tried to say it.
Well, allow me to say it. Allow me to say it. Allow me to say it, champ. You talked long enough. Allow me to say it. Finish the story. It's what I'm gonna do here tonight, and it's what Cody Rhodes did. Finish the story. Finish the story. The name of probably one of the most iconic wins in WWE history. The name of a movement. The name of the most iconic title win in WWE history at this point in wrestling right now.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah.
Tio. Oh, no.
Why are you here? 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 Why the fuck are you here? Who told you to come out here?
Nigga, to help you win?
I don't need your fucking help. Get the fuck out my match.
Yo, nigga, are you kidding?
Get out my match right the fuck. Raka.
Nigga, we family. Come on, we about to beat this nigga. We about to get Tio the fuck out of here.
Fuck out my match. I didn't ask for your fucking help. I don't need your fucking help. Take your ass backstage.
Nigga, what the fuck, bro?
Get the fuck out.
Bro,
somebody asked you shit. Get the fuck out.
Nigga, what the
Now's a good as time as any to ask for final statements.
Is Ego coming out? Is anybody else coming out?
Give your fucking final statements, bitch ass nigga.
Is Ego? What's the point of Ego?
Give your final statements.
What's the point of someone else is just gonna come out, Neph? This is what you all about?
Champ just told you give your final statements. Give them.
Conclusion. Finish this. Is anybody else gonna come out now? You got anybody else?
Now you just saw I just told that nigga that, bro, stop fucking playing me before I smack the shit out you, cuz. Say your final statements.
My train of thought messing with bloodline, man. Finish the story. That's the moniker. That's what Cody did.
Finish your story. You know who finished their story first? Bryan Danielson. You know who's the person that was able to break the mold for those indie guys and those guys who aren't WWE pilled to become what they are, to reach the pinnacle of the company, who let niggas know that anybody can succeed, big, tall, small, or otherwise? Bryan Danielson. You know who represented everybody? Bryan Danielson. You know who had 100% of the support, 100% of the love, 100% of the help, 0% of the opposite negative shit, unlike Cody Rhodes? Bryan Danielson. In every facet of the movement, he clears. In every facet of the story, he clears. And everything that you can think of, he clears. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Finish the story.
And still.
Finish the story.
All right. Well, like I told y'all earlier, we were going with the rounds, and the first round was Impact. Chat, I think y'all know. We all saw it. Tio, I don't think your heart was in that one. I'm gonna give that one a Neph. However, on the organic side of it, I do think Tio's point came across better. Now, for the conclusion, the individual I'm about to name will be the winner and hold the Talk with Blaze Championship. Now, based off conclusion, I felt like this individual point came across better. He gave more of a point in his final statement. And with that being said, and still your Talk with Blaze champion, Neph.
So, how did your precious people impact this match tonight? How did chat? How did the woes? How did the catchphrases? How did the hats? How did the suits? How did any of that help you tonight? I told you what was going to happen. I told you were cooked. I told you were fucked. And you thought I was playing. Now ask the people how you go back to the drawing board and how you come back from this. Because the people had your back, right? The people let you know, right? So why don't you ask the people? And chat, for you niggas that was sitting there all on my dick talking about some and new, shut the fuck up. Eat a Frank. You bitch ass niggas don't know nothing. This is not real life. This ain't WWE, nigga. This is Talk with Blaze. Ain't no fairy tale ending. Ain't no Rocky ending. This nigga ain't Cody Rhodes, and I ain't losing. So maybe y'all want to draw some shit up. Try it again next year or something. But even then, the result is going to be the same. Your champ is here, and he ain't never going away. But I will say that, TJ, that's a good question. That's a good comment you made right there. Maybe if you wanted it the way I wanted it, this could have went a different way. Maybe if you weren't so focused on a fucking bloodline and focused on what was really important to Talk with Blaze, the way I told you all those months ago, your bitch ass wouldn't be in this position. Yes, hang your head. Hang your fucking head. Feel sorry for bullshit that you just did. Feel sorry for what you promised those fucking people all day. Those babies you kissed, those moms you hugged. Feel sorry that you let all of them down. My name is Neph, and I am your champ.
You any words before we get out of here?
It's down bloodline, man. How many times? How many times we got to worry about this? It's bullshit, man. Bull.